It's 2 in the morning. I have been on the phone with Robbie for 2 hours. I finally, well, I'm saying I finally, we end the phone call because it's late, early. And I was like, I'm gonna watch her unboxing of my I sent him a mystery box for his birthday and I was like, I'm gonna watch that. And I'm in fucking stitches. Anyway, I'll properly start this vlog in the morning. Hello. Let me get my shit together. So, it is officially the beginning of week 2, not 4, of my Emma vlogs every week for 6 weeks in the hopes that she can hit her Goodreads goal. I don't even know. I might not even vlog for 6 weeks because maybe I'll catch up like before Christmas. Who knows what's going to happen. But for now, we're on week 2. So, last week, very brief overview because I kind of talked about it yesterday in the end of last week's vlog. I read 5 books, 2 for my TBR, 1 that I accumulated that like during the week, and 2 audiobooks. Technically I'm on track because obviously Goodreads doesn't count the 0.33 of a book that I meant to read, so I'm going with the fact that I'm on track, which is amazing because I've been not reading very much lately. So this week I'm really pushing the boat out. I want to get more than 5. I was gonna say 10, but that thought scared me, so we're just gonna go with more than 5. So that could be 6 books. I don't care how much more, it just has to be at least 6 because it has to actually count on Goodreads and not be like, oh, I read 5.5. Very quickly, I'm just gonna show you kind of where we're at, what we're reading this week, hopefully reading, because you know what I'm like, I'll change my mind. That said, I am enjoying this TBR thing. While I am a mood reader, I also spend way too much time trying to pick the perfect book for my mood. So having like a TBR, and I think just having a short TBR for a short period of time really works for me. We are currently reading Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. I picked this up last night and I'm like almost 75 pages in, really enjoying it. It's really got me missing Yalk and LFCC and I suppose BookCon a little. I just want to be surrounded by fellow nerds and geeks who love the same shit that I do. So this is like a difficult read in the sense that it's really making me miss those events of last year, but I'm also loving it just because I'm getting to like enjoy it vicariously through these characters. So I would say I'm going to finish this today because I am kind of flying through it, but I'm going for lunch with a friend. And I also have a mystery parcel on its way to me. I got a text from Royal Mail the other day being like, your parcel from your chosen retailer, helpful, is coming on Friday. And I'm just sat here like, it's went to customs, so there's only 2 things I've ordered from America, neither of which have notified me they've shipped. But the thing that I think it's most likely to be, I'll be filming a video unboxing it. So if it is that, then my day is booked with lunch and filming. Otherwise, oh, and I need to edit last week's vlog, so I'm full today. I can't read today. I mean, I will, but we'll have to wait till Mel's live. Mel's doing another reading sprint live, so that's probably when I'll get most of my reading done today. But I definitely think I'll be finished this by tomorrow at the latest, so I've really put myself out there. Watch me not finish it now. Alongside Queens of Geek, I am still very much reading Stim. The Autism Anthology. It's very pastel and pale, so you can't really see it, but as I said before, this is quite highbrow compared to me and my usual reading tastes. I'm really just kind of reading 1, maybe 2 stories a week, though I will need to try and increase that because there's more stories than there are weeks. Even like I think there's even more than double, so I definitely need to get like 3 or 4 in, which I might try and do that this week. That might be a good idea actually, because I'm gonna have less time to read today, so I could maybe read like a story in between things that I'm doing, as if I'm so, oh, I need to work as well, I need to make stickers. So anyway, yeah, very busy. I also am reading The Other Side of You by Amanda Craig, which is a very short novella, one of the £1 quick reads. It's bang on 100 pages. This is very short, so I'm hoping I was gonna say finish it in 1 sitting, like I've already started it, and so clearly it'll be 2 sittings, but I just need to read this and get it done. Like, I don't even really know what it's about. This kid who like lives on an estate and there's like gangs after him and he like runs away, and I think it's him like living on the streets. I'm not vibing with it so far, but I'm only 15 pages in. To be fair, that is very nearly a quarter of the book, but we're gonna get that done. Not today, but this week. I am really hungry, I need to have breakfast. And then we have the 2 books from last week's TBR that I haven't started and didn't read, and that is Gloomtown and The Vanishing Stair. I'm keeping them on my TBR because I do really want to read them, and I feel like I should, if I put things on TBR, don't read them, I should get rid of them. But it's not because I didn't want to read them, it's just that I didn't have time. So if I don't get to these this week, there's a problem, because these are like 2 of like the most anticipated reads on my shelf, which just tells you how bad I am. Listen, fuck me rats. Executive dysfunction and PDA, like I want to do shit but I just can't. So, and then because it's a new week, I felt like it was only fair that I picked new books to read as well. So I have Unboxed by Non-Pratt, this week's TBR, which is one of those Barrington Stoke books, sort of for dyslexic and reluctant readers. And this is kind of, I think it's about grief. It's these 4 friends that open a memory box, but like one of their friends has died, so I think it's like opening up things and like remembering her. But it should be quick. It's like 140 pages. Obviously it's for dyslexic readers, so they have the sort of easier to read text and sort of bigger spacing, although the font is still quite small and it's a much wider book than normal. It should be quick. I'm looking forward to it. And then we have a genre. So I have Codename Verity by Elizabeth Vine or Wine, I'm not sure. This is historical fiction, YA historical fiction. And it's a genre that I love, but for some reason I have it in my head that it's only good, well not only good, but like I just really want to read this genre between November and February. Winter feels like historical fiction months to me. I don't know why, I just get chill vibes. Like I feel cold when I think of historical fiction. I don't know if it's because most of it's like war related, so people were like rationed and then they couldn't eat much and they were cold. I don't know what it is, but my brain just associates historical fiction with being cold. So November to February it is, even though I live in Scotland, it's cold all the time. This book has been on my radar and on my shelf for way too long. Back when I worked in Waterstones, I was shelving a copy of this one day and I happened to see the back and it clearly states 11th of October, which is my birthday. So I was like, naturally I need to read this book. Even though it's almost certainly not just about the 11th of October, it's just that on that date a British spy plane crashes in Nazi-occupied France. Its pilot and passenger are best friends. One of the girl has a shot at survival, the other has lost the game before it's barely begun. Like, I don't really know what it is, I just know it's historical fiction and war related, but it's also a duology. I do have the sequel and I also have the author's other book. I don't know if they have more than 3 books, but I have 3 of their books here. But I usually kind of fly through this sort of thing, so even though it is like a 450 page book, I'm always in the mood for it this time of year, and I can't believe it's almost the end of November. It is the end of November and I haven't read a historical fiction yet, so we're getting on it. And then obviously ebooks. I am still reading Eve Brown. I'm liking it, I am very much enjoying it. I also just found out that Talia Hibbert is autistic. Someone told me that she wrote non-own voices representation, but she has fibromyalgia, she has autism, so she's own voices. So I'm still reading this. We haven't got to any smut yet, so I'm getting more and more scared the further I get into it because I know it's inevitably coming. So, inevitably coming. Funny. I want to finish that this week. I really need to do that. As for audiobooks, I'm currently listening to The Island by C.L. Taylor. I don't fucking know. I've got a shitload of Audible audiobooks that I buy when they go on sale. I have some NetGalley ones. I don't know, I'll just read what I feel like, or listen to what I feel like if you're being picky. So that is the plan for this week. I'm now gonna go have breakfast, edit last week's vlog, and probably by then it'll be time to go for lunch. So, see you in the next clip. So that was really anticlimactic. My mystery parcel came and it was one of the books that I ordered from an independent bookstore nearby that for some reason went to customs in London and then came here. But it is Mind the Gap, Dash and Lily, which is obviously a companion to Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I don't know if it's to be read before or after the 12 days, like I don't know if it matters. I'll find out. I'll hopefully read it at some point since I bought it, but I'm kind of disappointed. Not really what I was hoping for, not gonna lie. So okay, 12 Days is book 2 and Mind the Gap is book 3. Oh my god, that only came out this year. Didn't know that. So yeah, so I've got to wait until 12 Days comes before I can read this. But I'm gonna go edit my vlog now and hopefully I can get it up and upload it, well, edited and uploading before I need to leave for lunch in an hour, so wish me luck. So Friday's update is I've read nothing today. I don't know what I've done today. I went for lunch today. God, that feels like so long ago. Oh, it's been a long day. So it's like 20 to 11. Oh, Mel. I believe Mel will be doing sprints tonight. That would be a good idea. I'm so on it, I'm so with it. I'm gonna get into bed and read Queens of Geek, because it's probably a good idea to start the week strong rather than a week. I also have a notebook because I need to take some notes for my appointment on Monday, but I don't want to do that. I want to read and I want to sleep and I want to play Sims and I want to film a video. I want to do everything, but we're going to read because I actually want to, which is a shock. Listen, I said this vlog wouldn't be as long or as chatty. I don't think I said it wouldn't be in bed. So it's 2:15 and I woke up at like 1 o'clock this afternoon, which never, well, no, that is quite a lie-in for me actually. Like sometimes I'll like wake up and I'll go back to sleep, but like this was like slept straight through. I'm so tired. But I've done as much work today that I can do. I mean, I could do some more actual illustrations, but I draw better at night. So instead of napping, I'm gonna read. My books are so far away. That's not even a book, that's a notebook. I think today I'm just gonna focus on Queens of Geek and maybe Eve Brown, but mostly Queens of Geek. Like I don't want this book to end, but it has to at some point. So we're just gonna read this. I might listen to my audiobook, but I need to finish. I actually want to finish 2 books today. So either this in the audiobook or this in that other side of you. I don't know, but we need to get some finishing books finished. I read for maybe half an hour and then fell asleep. And I feel bleh, like I'm just tired. I'm not even hungry, but it's like 5 o'clock, so I need to go and sort dinner for Gran. This is not going great, is it? This is what I get for being so determined I was gonna have a great week. Help me. I'm pretty sure that last clip I said I would try and finish like 2 books today, but I have a migraine kicking my ass, so my head is sore and I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I am feeling this lighting though, like this is pretty good considering I've just got a fucking lamp on. But yeah, I'm just gonna listen to an audiobook because I'm not like sleepy. I'm just unable to do anything because my head hurts. Ow, I don't know if you heard that, but it was my elbow cracking. So I just want to read Queens of Geek. Good morning. It's 11 o'clock. I didn't go to sleep until like 4 AM. But it was okay. Well, it wasn't okay because I spent like 2 or 3 hours playing Among Us and scrolling TikTok. But then, you know, I was like, Emma, if you're gonna stay up this late or early, you should be reading, you should be doing something productive. So before I went to go to sleep, I was like, right, I'll pick up Queens of Geek, I'll just read for like 5-10 minutes, and then I finished the whole thing. I just loved this. It was fucking brilliant. The autism rep in this is just amazing. I am Taylor, Taylor is me, not so much now, but like back when I was younger. And like the only difference is that Taylor's diagnosed and I was this way when I wasn't diagnosed. But oh, the representation was great. There's fucking sapphic romance in this. It's just so good. I only gave it 4 stars. 4.5, but Goodreads doesn't let us, so 4. I think I removed the footage in my last vlog because I talked for like 20 minutes about my rating system, and the gist of it is that I try and save 5 stars for very, 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 very special books. Categorically, like a 5-star book is one that I'm gonna like keep forever, but that doesn't mean like 4, even 3 stars are ones I'm not gonna keep. I think really for me, a 5-star book has to be a book that I'm like, okay, I want to get this tattooed, or like there's just something about it, like this book can be my brand. Like I don't know, would I get a Queens of Geek tattoo? There's not really anything I could get tattooed. But anyway, listen, this book's incredible. Brilliant autism rep. Like, I think this is the first YA I've read with autism rep, because I've only really read A Kind of Spark, and that's middle grade. And obviously that was middle grade that's kind of about autism, whereas this, it's about so much more while also being about the autism. Anyway, just fucking read this. I've been told I would love this and I don't know why I haven't picked it up before now. So thank you, Molly, for buying this for me. And I know you didn't actively encourage me to pick it up any sooner, but like, just thank you for putting it in my life. I now want all of Jen Wilde's other books. She has The Brightsiders and Going Off Script. I'm sure I've heard of Going Off Script. I don't know if it's because it's got autism rep or because it's sapphic. I think it's the sapphic. So now I have to decide whether to pick up The Vanishing Stair or Gloomtown. But I'm gonna have breakfast and... do I have work to do today? Yes, I do. I need to take my notes. I have my rheumatology appointment tomorrow, and I got the appointment through like 6 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I've got so much time to like prepare, to like note down my symptoms, you know, make sure I've got everything, because the NHS is notoriously bad for not diagnosing AIDS, and I'm like, I need this diagnosis, I don't have the energy to fight it. And suddenly it's been 6 weeks and now I don't have anything prepared for this appointment tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have a breakfast, and then I'm gonna take down notes, and then I'm gonna read today, and I'm gonna fucking get rid of this vocal fry because it's fucking awful. Listen, as somebody who did musical theatre and who went to drama school, I know how voices work, and vocal fry ain't good. It ain't good, guys. Unless it's naturally there, but anyway, I'm not a fan of this. You know it's bad when you try and film a vlog clip and you have to keep deleting it and starting again like 6 times in a row. Like, I'm not getting words out. But the long and short is, it's like 3:30. I've, as usual, played Among Us and went on TikTok all day. But I'm now gonna read because that's what I need to do. So, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. And by that I just mean I'm being indecisive, and I need to not be, I just need to get on with it. But I've read a chapter of The Other Side of You today. I'm still not vibing with it. I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling it. So like, while it's not a bad book, and I am going to finish it because it's only 100 pages, it's not the sort of thing that I'm just going to sit there and be like, right, I'm going to read this. It's the sort of thing where I'm like, right, okay, I have 5 minutes, I'll read like a paragraph. Which is kind of the same situation with Stim. Like, it's not that they're bad or that they're not good or they're not enjoyable. Just for me, I feel like for me, reading is sitting and reading a fiction novel like cover to cover. So these are a lot more of a challenge for me. So like, they're there, but they're in the back of my mind. You're gonna ask why I'm indecisive in a minute, because I'm about to tell you that The Boy Who Steals Houses has just arrived. So this is a book by C.G. Drews, who is autistic. I believe this is about a neurotypical boy whose brother is autistic. So it's like a neurodiverse person writing a neurotypical person with a neurodiverse sibling. Anyway, Neen and I were talking about this book. They have a copy, I bought a copy, we're gonna buddy read it. We've heard some interesting things. People either rate this like 5 stars, but actually we've seen a lot of people give this negative reviews. I don't think it's to do with the autism rep, I think it's just to do with the writing. So we're very curious, but you know, I've made it my mission. I mean, I've made it my mission for 2021, but I'm starting now to like read all the autism and neurodiverse and disability books, but specifically autism for now. So like, I was like, I may as well. So we're gonna buddy read this, but we're only gonna do about 50 pages a day, just so that we don't burn ourselves out. Obviously we might read more, we might skip a day, we don't know. But it does mean that if I read my 50 pages and I want to like stick on track with Neen, and I'm like, well, I want to read, then I'm gonna need another book to read, right? I gotta decide which of these to start, and the problem is I want to start them all. So I think I've narrowed it down, because these 2 are from this week's TBR, whereas these 2 were last week's TBR, so they should really be the priority, right? Now, I just finished a YA contemporary. These are both mystery types. I don't know quite how much Gloomtown's a mystery, but obviously I know Vanishing Stair is. But one's YA, one's middle grade. So I'm like, do I want to read the YA because I have a lot of YA in this TBR? Do I want to go with the middle grade because it might be easier? Especially if I'm reading a YA with Neen. Like, I don't know. And I'm spending way too much time thinking about it instead of just picking one up and reading it and then picking up the other one. You know what I mean? But this was just a quick clip to tell you that, surprise, surprise, I've been procrastinating and I'm not reading, but I'm gonna, I promise. I'm gonna get to page 50. I'm gonna get halfway through this today. I'm gonna get to page 50 of this today, and whichever one of these I start, I'm gonna read 100 pages off. So that's 200 pages today, excluding if I pick up Stem and or Eve Brown, which I do need to pick up Eve Brown, so I hope you all know that by today I do mean before I go to bed, so like technically it could be Monday morning, like 4 AM, but like I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna go do that now. Good afternoon. It is 2 PM, 2:15 on Monday afternoon. I did get up at like 8:30 this morning because someone was picking something up. But I have my appointment today and I'm just like, I was like, I'm just gonna sleep because otherwise I'm just gonna think. So I'm gonna get up now, have some lunch. As for reading, I finished The Other Side of You yesterday. It was alright. And I have started The Boy Who Steals Houses. Haven't read as much as I need to yet. And I also started The Vanishing Stair, which slightly forgotten what happened in the first book, but it has done like a bit of a recap, so we're golden. I'll check in with you guys after my appointment. I mean, there's no point doing it now because it's happened by the time you're watching this, but let's just manifest good vibes. So I'm home from my appointment and unbelievably, yeah, gal got a diagnosis. I'm so relieved. So I went to this appointment to be assessed for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and while they haven't completely ruled it out, they're not specialists, and they kind of made it clear that they don't, not that they don't understand it, but they are very much just reading a diagnostic criterion sheet, and they accept that a specialist might choose to diagnose me based on history and stuff, but they aren't able to. They haven't referred me on to a specialist because they felt after assessing me that I very much aligned with fibromyalgia. So that is what I've been diagnosed with. And honestly, I am just so fucking relieved and glad to have a diagnosis. And I do think it makes sense. Like, I haven't, they gave me a little leaflet thing. I haven't read through it yet, but like my mum and my gran flipped through it and they're like, that's you, that's you, that's you. And things like fibro, Ehlers, CFS-ME, like they're all very similar conditions. So like a lot of people do get misdiagnosed with fibro instead of EDS and stuff, but for me there's not like a specific treatment. Like there's no magic cure for any of these conditions. And you know, while some issues like things like Ehlers-Danlos has a lot of sub-conditions, basically for me, I'm just glad somebody's turned around and went, yes, we believe you have these symptoms, and have gave me a diagnosis, and I can just kind of go forward, you know, just knowing that it's not like all in my head. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's things like, you know, when I worked in Waterstones, if I was having a bad day and Amanda was like, why aren't you taking 10, you know, if I was taking 5 books to Shelley, I'd be like, why aren't you carrying 10? He wouldn't accept, like, my wrists hurt. Whereas now, I mean, I'm not planning to go back and have a traditional job now because I'm doing well with my art, but it's just knowing that I would be able to say, like, I have fibromyalgia, like, I have a chronic illness. And while they might not, they do kind of have to respect that because I have a formal diagnosis. But I'm also just grateful for the fact that this was my first appointment and I walked in and walked out with a diagnosis, and I am very, very aware that that doesn't happen for a lot of people, and I'm just incredibly grateful that I don't have to go through that fight. And you know, I am keeping it in the back of my mind that it might not be fibro. I mean, right now I feel content with it, and like I'm not sitting here like, oh my god, they diagnosed me with something different. Like, I just wanted a diagnosis of something, just, or even them to be like, right, we don't know, but we're gonna do tests. But you know, I'm keeping certain things in the back of my head because there are certain conditions that go along with Ehlers-Danlos that I've heard of that very much ring true with me and my symptoms. So things like that I'm going to keep my eye on, and obviously if I need to, I'll go to the doctor. It's a lot of relief off me and I don't quite know how to process it, but I'm going to watch some arcade videos, I'm going to read. I have a shit ton of sweets that I'm going to eat and enjoy, and I'm just going into December feeling great. I can't believe it's December tomorrow. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh, I just realized it's December tomorrow. How many books do I have to read? Hold on. I know this was like a really like wholesome like health clip, but like hold on. Oh, we're gonna change the mood, aren't we? Goodreads. I have read 86 books. 111 take away 86. I have to read 25 books in December. Fuck. I've just bought 10 books. So that's 10 books that I categorically need to read next month because I did not need to buy them, but I need short books. I didn't even buy any graphic novels. What an idiot. So I may buy some graphic novels, but I definitely should have 25 short books now. So I'm gonna watch a video, have something to eat because I only had a little bit of dinner. So I'm gonna have some sweets and some cocktail sausages, and then I'm gonna read. So it is still the final hours of November, and I am not coping with the knowledge that I have to read 25 books. I've ordered the 10 that you've seen. I did just notice though that one of the like short penguin ones might not arrive until the 22nd of January, so that's helpful. But we're just gonna feel some Christmas cheer to set off December correctly. And I'm just gonna show you some Christmas decorations that I got like a month ago because I love them and I think they're brilliant. So the first one, don't show my face, oh, beauty guru mode, is this, oh now it's just focusing on my tattoo, amazing. It's a T-Rex on presents holding a present. Love it. Then we have a like pterodactyl, another dinosaur with Christmas lights. I love a dinosaur, like, I'm sorry. And then we have the best Christmas decoration I've ever seen in my life. It is a cat in a Santa hat licking its arsehole. I mean, I needed it. So it's 10:30 and I am kind of contemplating doing a spontaneous 24-hour readathon just to try and bash out as many books as I can. But I also like sleep. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit and read for a bit. I need to pick my next audiobook because I finished The Island and I gave it 2 stars because I don't really know what was going on. So we're loving that. What else is happening? Hello, Brew. Bye, Brew. Sorry, rats again. I need to read my 50 pages of The Boy Who Steals Houses for today, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna devour more of The Vanishing Stair. I need to read five books a week, 6 books a week. Didn't sound bad until it turned into 25 books in a month. I'm not okay. Naturally, I procrastinated this morning and filmed a video basically being like, I need to read 25 books. It's actually 24, but anyway, so I was like, here's like 24 books that I'm gonna read, when we all know that I just bought 10 more books and I'm probably just gonna chop and change. Like, basically I was just like, I need content and I need to procrastinate, so. But that said, I have read about 50, no, nearly 100, okay, almost, let's say 75 pages of The Boy Who Steals Houses today. I'm still finding it interesting, I don't know. But then I got a package in the mail and it was a copy of Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, and this is from Hannah from the channel Ladette M, and I am thriving. I mean, we all know it is a novel in verse. I'm going to read it today even though it is currently 5 o'clock. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna get this book done and I'm gonna read a chunk of Truly Devious as well, maybe. I don't know. I'm scared, okay? 24 books in a month. I have about an hour and a half, maybe less actually, about an hour of The Nowhere Emporium left on audiobook, so we're getting there. So there's a shitload of book drama going on. Somebody tweeted something about classics and told people to sit on a tack and spin if they want classics banned. I don't even know. They don't want them banned, they just don't want people to teach them. Also, fucking Sasha Alsberg forging signatures. But then, you will see that today I am wearing my BookCon shirt. There's just been an article saying Book Expo and BookCon are like indefinitely retired. And I'm not even mad. Like, honestly, I can't afford to go to BookCon next year. And honestly, BookCon was shit compared to Yalc. Like, here's the thing, right? In grandiose and money and all that, BookCon is better. But atmosphere-wise, Yalc was just peak. Like, Yalc was obviously on a smaller scale, but it was just handled so much better. Like, things like, you know, arcs and stuff. Like, you had to do like arc drops at BookCon. you had to queue for like 4 hours to get into the line, whereas at Yalk you go to the booth and get a raffle ticket and then they pull the raffle ticket, so like everyone has a chance. So people with chronic illness who can't stand for more than like 10 minutes, you know, it's just, I mean, it's not the best, it's not the most inclusive thing, but it was a hell of a lot more inclusive than BookCon. America has all the fucking book conventions. We have one, so I'm not that mad. But I just, what is going on? What is happening? Hello. I have definitely been slacking on reading this week. I don't know how many books I've read. I've listened to an audiobook, and I think that's it. So that is kind of how life is going for me. Don't know what my hair's doing. Ugh. So I may have been slacking on reading. Who's shocked? Not me. Still reading The Boy Who Steals Houses. Neen has unfortunately had to DNF it as there was something pretty triggering in it and they just don't want to continue, so just me reading this now. I would like to finish it this week. I mean, I could, but I'm slacking. I'm gonna finish Clap When You Land today. Where did I get to last night? This is why you use actual bookmarks, Emma, and not crappy bits of paper. So I got to page 98 yesterday, and there's like 400 pages in total, but obviously it's a novel in verse, so if I just sit an hour or two, I'll get this out, so that'll be a book finished. The Donor by Claire McIntosh arrived not that long ago, so this is like 100 pages, as most of these quick reads are, but I should be able to get through it quickly. I've almost finished an audiobook. I've got like an hour and a half left, and I think I'm feeling like getting into the vanishing stare at the minute, so I think I'm going to put all my current reads, I mean this is a current read as well because I did start it, so instead of like trying to finish up some books, I'm going to go for the book that I've read the least of. But it is what it is, like it's a slow week, it's totally fine. I also got a very exciting email this morning, but I don't want to say anything in case it doesn't happen, but let's just say a gal might have a collaboration situation, I like that. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and I'm probably gonna watch some booktube. So, what am I doing with my life? I don't know. I'm very confused. It is still Wednesday. What am I trying to do? Sorry, I'm trying to do 10 things at once, which is... I can barely do one thing at once, so I don't know why I'm putting myself through it, but I am. So anyway, I finished Clap When You Land. I gave it 4 stars. It was good. Well, now I need to do some work things I keep putting off, and I'm like, I need to do that. And then I might read some more of The Boy Who Steals Houses. And then Mel is doing some sprints from midnight UK time, so that's when I'll pick up Truly Devious. But for now, I've lost everything. I'm gonna finish this audiobook. I'm listening to The Good Thieves? Yeah, The Good Thieves by Catherine Rundell. So I'm gonna listen to the last hour of that while I do some work. And I will hopefully read shitloads of books during Mel's live and not fall asleep. So I'm still kind of training the girls that coming out to me is like, that sounds like they're coming out like sexuality. I'm trying to train the girls that coming out the cage and spending time with me is safe and that they are free to like go back to their cage when they want. But obviously that's hard when they're on my bed and they can't get back to the cage, so I have I've tied a scarf sort of to my bed and to the cage, and they are very confused. It's also not the easiest to access because it's tied to the top of their cage, so like they've kind of got to like stretch. Oh, they've both kind of had a look at it and had their paws on it, but neither of them has taken the plunge. I'm also scared, like I have tied it. Oh Barry, please don't go that way. Now I'm scared that they're going to go on it and then their weight's going to make it fall and they're going to be like, fuck, but it's entertaining and I think they're enjoying the, oh please don't go on top of the cage. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just going to let Barry do what she wants because Brew is Are they, okay, I'm gonna go rescue the rat. So I lasted until about 3 in the morning on Mel's live stream last night, while like watching her sprints. Then I had to get up at 8:45 for a client coming, and it's been 4 hours and I don't really know what I've done other than FaceTime with Ashley for a little bit. But I've got myself to 1/4 of the way through The Vanishing Stair, so we're gonna sit and read some of that this afternoon. But while I was on FaceTime with Ashley, I got some book mail. So I have The Jumbies by Tracy Baptiste. I really like this cover. Like, it's spooky, it's fun. I thought she was holding a violin for a second. I'm not sure what it is. It's dark and the room is dark. I think it's like a basket of bread or maybe some I don't know. I'll find out when I read it. The Jumbies are obviously... Oh, there's an agoot. Is that maybe an agoot? Is it an animal? Anyway, this is sort of a... Ow! Rat is biting me. This is like a sort of, I want to say mystery. Scary but cheerful tale that draws on Caribbean, I think, folk traditions, town under supernatural attack kind of idea. So, oh, that's spooky. I just noticed there's 2 other people in the background. Anyway, I'm excited for this. It's fairly short. It's also floppy. I also got 2 novels in verse. So we have Not Hungry by Kate Quinn. This was only like £2.30, so like naturally I needed it. But it's a novel in verse. It's about a fat girl who has an eating disorder, and basically her family and friends don't notice. They just see a fat girl on a diet when she doesn't eat. But then like the boy next door sort of situation, he figures it out, but he's also got secrets. So it doesn't allude to the idea that he saves her or that she loses weight and everything becomes perfect. So I'm holding out hope, despite the fact that the author in her author picture looks like an average body size. Like, it's not a plus size author writing it. So we shall see what the representation is like. I didn't really look at reviews because it was so cheap in a novel in verse, so I just bought it. And then I got Forget Me Not by Ellie Terry, another novel in verse. What a shocker. Do I really know what this is about? No. Novel in verse, that's all I needed to know. And then I also got a parcel with books from Jade, from Jade Reads. So Jade asked the other day for my Amazon wish list because she wanted to contribute to my shorter books to help me hit my reading goal. So she sent me volume 2 of Lumberjanes, which I am so excited about. I can't even remember what happened in the first one, so I'm tempted to ask my mom to bring it so I can reread it. That would be an idea. There's a dinosaur on the back of this, so I'm very excited. I'm even more excited than I was. So Lumberjanes, we know we can get through that quickly. And then she sent me The Test by Sylvain Nouvelle, which she said literally got it because it's supposed to be tiny. It really is tiny. I didn't realise this was like, I didn't even know it was like a short book. I was thinking it was gonna be like the same length as Jumbies, but it's like 3 times smaller than the Jumbies. But I can't remember, I think it was from Books and Lala that I first heard of this book. But it's about a guy who's taking the British citizenship test, but then something happens. And I am intrigued. I am so intrigued. It's barely 100 pages, 104 pages. So I'm honestly just... I want to start it now, but I need to finish I keep saying I'm reading Truly Divas. I'm not reading Truly Divas. Anyway, I'm hoping that I can wrap some books up today so that this week, I mean, I've listened to a few audiobooks, so it's not like a massive fail. Yeah, look, I wanted to get 10 books this week. Next week, it's fine. I feel like we're still at a decent pace. So I literally sat down to read and then more mail came. So I have a very sticky copy of The 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohen and David Levithan. Why are you so sticky? The sequel to Dash and Lily, I guess. I'm really tired, can you tell? And I have a parcel from the Willow Workshop on Etsy. Last year I ordered some Christmas tree decorations. One for me, my mum, my stepdad, the cat and the dog. And they finally got on the tree this year. But obviously my granddad died in January, and so it felt a bit mean that my gran was going to be the only person at Christmas without a decoration, so I got her one. So it's a little bit of willow wood with her name and a little snowflake etched on it. And then we have this, which has a really cute little cat drawn on it. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be, but that actually makes sense. I've had this on my radar for a while, and it's stupid, and I was gonna get it for my stepdad for his Christmas, but like I'm thinking of just keeping it for myself. So this is a Schrodinger's cat box, and basically there's an enamel pin inside. I'm sure you guys know what Schrodinger's cat is. Basically you have a cat in a box. Is the cat alive or dead? Once you open the box, you will know the cat is alive or dead, but until you open the box, the cat is both alive and dead. So in this is an enamel pin, either with an alive Schrodinger's cat or a dead Schrodinger's cat. Both pins are really cute. The dead one's funny, but like I don't want the cat to be dead, so... Oh, he's alive! Schrodinger's cat's alive. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I have a really pointless little box and enamel pin because I thought it was funny. Today is definitely a day of minimal reading and multiple packages. I had a bunch of books due for delivery today. Some of them came with Royal Mail, ones came with courier, 2 more are scheduled to be delivered later this evening. Why they didn't put them in the same van, I don't know. So I have Towers Falling by Jewel Parker Rhodes, which is like a September 11th, 9/11 book sort of story. I don't know. I'm assuming I picked this up during this batch of buying books because it was cheap. I'll check in with you guys later when my other parcel arrives. Once again, some more hours have passed. I think I've read maybe 100 pages today in like 8 hours because listen, I bought like 15 books over 2 days because I have to read 25 books. Did I mention that? I have to read 25 books to hit my goal, so I keep buying short books. One I'm quite excited about. So I have 3 Japanese short stories, which are, I think they're all by, well, all 3 of them are by 3 different authors. I like Japan. I want to go to Japan and I want to learn Japanese and culture. And then this one. So this one I'm excited about, but I'm also scared because I don't know how good the translation is going to be. Oh god, the text looks interesting. I don't think it's going to be a good translation. So I have The Last Day of a Condemned Man by Victor Hugo. And this is apparently translated from the 4th French edition of 1832. Can you see that font? It's, you know, it's clearly one of those that's just kind of like published because they can. Why does this start on page 350? Do you know what? I genuinely think someone has taken like a compendium of Hugo's books and scanned this story. I have no idea, but like I couldn't really find any other editions of this. And I want to read more Hugo, so I have this. If anyone happens to know any great translations of Hugo's lesser known books, before I try and read this, please let me know. Anyway, I am just at page 160 of The Vanishing Stair, so just a little bit under halfway. We're getting places, I'm getting excited, I'm just enjoying myself. I contemplated putting this down and picking up something that I got today that's short. Maybe I'll read one of these short stories, I don't know. I had hardly any sleep. The fact that I haven't napped today is a miracle, so I'm just taking it as it is. I know I was all like, oh, it's the last day of this week, I need to read loads, and I think I've read 2 audiobooks, 3 audiobooks, 2. Don't know what I've done. Peace. Anyway, Procrastination Nation Station. Procrastination Nation. Procrastination Station Nation. Procrastination Nation doesn't work because it's just Nation. I'm malfunctioning more than usual. So I'm just gonna go read about a fake crime and another fake crime from history. Once again, haven't read much, but Molly and Jade, aka Jolly, are doing some Thursday night reading sprints. Jade has to leave soon because she has work. And somebody in the chat was like, you should get Emma in. And so y'all gonna see me. So I'm gonna churn out as much of the vanishing stare. I was gonna say the vicious stare, and I was like, that's not it. Sorry, I'm cautious. There's a rat somewhere behind me. There's also one at my feet. Hello. So yeah, clearly I've spent the first 5 minutes of the sprint not reading, but so I'm procrastinating this sprint like mad. This started because Molly and Jade were asking how I was doing with my reading, because I have to do 5.33 books a week, and this is the last day. I don't know how many people actually are aware of like how my sprints are going. Even I don't even, not sprints, what are they called? Reading weeks, because it's Thursday, like Friday to Thursday, I don't know. But I was like, oh, I think I've only read 5.33, so Molly was like, join the sprints on Sunday and I'll hold you accountable. And I was sitting, then somebody was like, Emma, join the sprints, so like I'm gonna join the sprints now. But I was like, how many books have I read? And I've read 6 books this week. So it's because I've only read 2 physical novels and a short novella, and then I've read 3 audiobooks. So like my brain just, I've not been processing audiobooks, I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel slightly cheating, because I'm just like, I'm not taking in what happens. I didn't even rate the last one I listened to because I was like, I don't fucking know what happened in it and it feels wrong. So obviously I wanted to read like 10 books, which isn't gonna happen, but I might stop The Vanishing Stare and read Lumberjanes tonight, because like basically even if I stay up to like 3 AM, whatever I read before like I go to bed, I'm just gonna count in this vlog. So I like in theory, if I stayed up for like the next 5 hours, I could like, you know, finish a quick read, a novel in verse. I could get to like 7 to 10 books easily. I don't think I will. Like, I think I'll just read a lot next week. So she says. But yeah, I'm looking forward to kicking ass. Although I am realising that this means I haven't read Gloomtown this week. So that's 2 weeks in a row it hasn't been read. Oops. Listen, I've been slow this week. I'm sorry.